One. What's going on, everyone? We are live. Welcome, everybody that's coming in at this time. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day. Spend with little old me. Anybody that's coming in after the stream or watching it on the replay, thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. You guys know the drill. Another loss. It's rough. It is rough, and we'll dive into some of the ins and outs here in a minute. What's going on? None should not have seen the third quarter minutes. Yeah, none. I don't know. I get starting them. Another game, another L. Yeah, facts. I understand starting them just because it's one of those things like you're trying to get him to maybe wake up a little bit, start playing a little bit. But as soon as he just was terrible in the first half, that was it. There shouldn't have been any more play. Like that should have been the end of it. It's just, yeah. I mean, it's rough. It's rough. We're not getting the job done. But what's going on? How you doing? What is up? What is up? Trade Nunn and Bev right now. Problem is we can't trade them together, and that's the only way. That's the only thing that makes the most sense. Because if you trade them both, in order to get like a Miles Turner or something like that, you'd have to trade them both together, like Nunn and Bev for a Miles Turner, or say the Pacers deal, like Josh Richardson and Jakob Portal. Take those two together. You could do that, but Nunn can't be traded in an aggregated trade until like December 14th or 15th, something like that. So we still got to wait a month before we can make that deal. Sean, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Make a trade now. Nunn has to go. He does. He really does. It's just problem is we don't really have much room right now. We got to ride it out for another month, which sucks. It does. It sucks. But hopefully we can get a deal soon. Hopefully the Nets decide to buy out Kyrie Irving in the next week or two, get us back on track. I mean, we have another game tomorrow, right? We go right into the Jazz game tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. It sucks. Another dismal second half. We look strong. We look great in the first half. Everyone's looking good. Anthony Davis scores 3 points in the second half. It's just can't happen. Can't happen. You can't have that stuff. Like we can't have strong games like that and then just fall apart later on. Like it's rough. But anyway, again, thank you so much, Sean. I really appreciate that. Trade everyone now that you can. We can't, like I said, we can't aggregate Beverly until like the 14th or 15th. Unfortunately, I won't say much. Our lack of depth is showing. Yeah, our depth is looking bad right now. Nunn's got to go. I agree. LeBron with another bad game. He's got to stop shooting threes. Like I wouldn't say today was a bad game. He had a much better game than he has. Like he was a lot more aggressive this game, which I like, but the dude was 0 of 15 from three before he finally made a three, and he was 1 of 4 tonight. It's just, yeah, he's got to stop chucking up threes. I mean, he was 56% from the field, which is good. 7 rebounds, 4 assists, but and he had 27 points, but it just, it's just he's got to stop shooting threes. I know he's trying to get out of his shooting slump, but like it's not helping us right now. No, it's just not. It's rough. You cannot save this team, not with this roster. A couple good quality pieces you can. Like if they can end up getting a deal done and end up getting 2, 3, 4 guys, then yeah, you can. Like we have the defense, we have the stuff. It's just we're not putting it together. We have great first halves. Like if games were over at the first half, we'd be like what 7-2 or something like that. Like it's crazy. No Miles Turner. Yeah, I'm okay with them not getting Miles Turner, but I don't know. I mean, they got to do something. Lakers straight zombies in the second half. They are. I don't know what it is. I don't know why they can't show up in the second half. I don't get it. I don't. It's just it's frustrating. Roster has potential. It does. like I said, I think we just need like 2 or 3 guys. You know, like, but like guys that can come in and make a huge impact. Like I don't think Buddy Hield and Miles Turner would be enough. We need like I said, we need like 3 quality guys. Like if we get Buddy Hield and Miles Turner and then go get like, you know, a couple other pieces, then sure. But if we're just doing Buddy Hield and Miles Turner, I don't think they save this team. I mean, to be honest, I don't think there's a lot that can save this team right now. But Sean, thank you so much for $2 super chat. Jeannie should call the Hornets. This is the Lakers. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't hurt just to say, hey, you know, like what do you want to do? Especially now with the whole Bridges thing. Made a video diving into that earlier today. You know, because they're gonna have to pay Bridges if they're gonna bring him back. So it's one of those things. But like, you know, we can't go 20 games into the season. We just can't. Like, you know, we're gonna end up being what 5-15. Like, you know, it's like at that point your season's over. You know, even a play-in spot, you're probably not getting a play-in spot. Especially with teams like San Antonio, Utah, like all these teams that were supposed to be tanking, they keep winning. You know, like it's bad right now. It's bad right now. Lakers lost. They were up. I'm confused. Just poor second halves. Jakob and Richardson, yeah. I'm not against it at all. But we can't do that deal till December, unfortunately. Lakers have to do something now. Nets will not buy out Kyrie if you not make the offer now. That's it. Problem is, like, there's nothing, like, unless we trade Russ, which, you know, if you trade Russ, okay, fine. But, like, what package are you getting and what are you giving up? You know, and is that package going to be enough to turn the tides? Like, Russ has been one of our best players the last few games. You know what I mean? Like, he was part of us looking so great in the first half. I mean, he's continued to be great off the bench for us. You know, he did have a poorer second half and turnovers. He's got to stop turning the ball over so much. He had 8 turnovers, 7 turnovers. Like he's got to protect the ball more. I know not all of them are his fault. You know, some of them are just drop passes. Like there was one Anthony Davis just didn't expect, dropped it. Troy Brown had one. You know, but still, he's got to do a better job protecting the ball. And second half, he had like 13 in the first half and finished with 6 in the second half. He's got to have bigger second halves. Same thing with Anthony Davis. I mean, Anthony Davis, you're talking. He's arguably our best player, our dominant player, and it's just first halves he shows up, and then second halves that's it. He just goes away, goes into hiding. Lakers been playing with my emotions. Yeah, seriously. If not for Matt Ryan, this team would be 1-8. Yeah, seriously. Dude, the refs were atrocious. It's bad. This league protects their stars. Mitchell was not fouled on like 4 of these fouls. Yeah, I mean there were a lot of calls, but I mean this game wasn't lost just solely on calls. We got to do a better job. Period. Like, share, subscribe. That is right, everyone. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, all of that stuff. We are making a good push. We are moving on this channel, subscriber wise. So keep it up, please. I really do appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. I'm 3 subs away from 5550. I'm sure there's 3 of you out there that aren't subscribed. Subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Let's get to 5550 in the next like minute. That would be awesome. LeBron James had like 3 air balls. Yeah, he's got to stop shooting threes. He's got to. Like I said, he was like 0 of 15, 0 of 16 before he finally made that 3. Like, I get he's trying to shoot out of his slump, but come on. Russ deserves better. I agree. You have to stop with this Kyrie buyout thing, bro. Lakers season will be over, and that ain't happening. You have to offer something to the Nets or make another trade to save the season. Problem is, like, what are we going to trade? Like, us swapping Kyrie for Russell Westbrook, it'll help, but it's not going to – we're bad right now. Like, Kyrie isn't going to single – we need several players, and we can't really do any major trades till December. Like, we can't do multiple trades to really kind of rehaul this roster until December. So we're kind of stuck right now. 27 points on 50% is bad. Yeah, y'all just said. I said it wasn't bad. I said he had a much better game today. And I said Russ had 7 turnovers. He's got to turn the ball over. None is just not good. I agree. They got to get rid of him. As soon as he's eligible, as soon as they're able to trade him and Beverly, they got to package those 2 and go unload those guys. We need a trade this week, or is playing at best. The problem is I don't know what trade we can do. Like I don't know what trade we can get done. It sucks. Kendrick Nunn needs to be traded. He is useless. I agree. Again, they're gonna have to wait till December, which at that point it might be too late. This team is bad, plain and simple. I agree. Pelinka sucks. That's it. Do something now or the season will be over. It's not Pelinka. Pelinka can only do so much. He can't force other teams to trade. You can't just do a trade just to do a trade. I know people want a scapegoat, but we're stuck right now. I get it. What did they shoot from three today? Atrocious. They were like 22% from three again. They ended up shooting 29 at the end. That's right, because Matt Ryan hit like 2 straight threes or whatever. They were 8 for 27. But up until Matt Ryan knocked down like 2 straight threes, they were like 22%. We need guys that can give us consistent scoring. Lonnie Walker was invisible tonight, and AD seems non-existent in every second half. I agree, Darren. AD had 3 points in the second half. The last game, he had 2 points in the second. Like, that's unacceptable. Like, you're our most dominant player on the court. You're the guy that's supposed to be, taking over and dominating games. He had 16 in the first half. Like, that should have easily been a 30-point game. It's just we can't. It's tough. And Lonnie Walker, I can't blame Lonnie Walker. Like, Lonnie Walker isn't supposed to be our third best player night in and night out. Like, he's a guy that he's playing. He's got to guard our best player or the opposing team's best player every night. On top of that, he's not that's why I'm saying we need starting caliber players, right? The problem is we don't have bona fide starters, right? We have a bunch of guys that are playing positions and having to do things that they shouldn't have to do. And that's the biggest problem. Like Lonnie Walker, he would be if he is our 5th or 6th, he's supposed to be our 5th or 6th best player, right? Now if he gives us 15, man, let's go, right? But the problem is that we need him so badly because he's like our 3rd or 4th best player, right? You got all these guys that aren't supposed to be our best players having to play as our best players. And that's why I'm saying we need starter calibers. If we wait until December 15th, our season will be over by then. But that's the problem. We're kind of stuck. We're kind of stuck. What you do, Rob? You sitting on your hands because there's nothing really he can do right now. Like, there's nothing out there right now except for the Pacers trade, and you're gonna have to give up everything for the Pacers trade, and that's not a trade that's gonna save us right now. Teams aren't in a rush to come and save us. Russ is being great, but I think he has to slow down sometimes. I agree with that. He is trying to finish that game every time, man. I agree. He does. He needs to be in control. He needs to control himself a little more. That's the big problem. Happy Sunday. LeBron has lost stepfather time. I mean, he looked much better today. He had a better game, but he's got to stop shooting threes. He's got to stop shooting threes. Be aggressive, attack the basket. Stop shooting so many threes. Can't blame the fouls. The Lakers still had the lead multiple times and just blew it. Lazy play. I agree. I'm with you. Bev is eligible for trade now because we acquired him in a trade. But they can't aggregate him. So they can trade him straight up, right? So, great example was how, Minnesota, traded Beverly, and the Lakers, they traded Beverly straight up. And a lot of people were like, why are they working on 2 separate Jazz trades? Why not include Beverly in just one Jazz trade? It's because they couldn't. He couldn't be aggregated to match salaries. He can be traded straight up. Problem is him straight up only gets us one guy, if that. We could trade him for Josh Richardson, but if we wait till December, we could get Josh Richardson and Jakob, right? Or we could get Miles Turner, but we can't trade just Patrick Beverly for Miles Turner. That's the problem. We're stuck right now. Matt Ryan is horrible on defense. He is, but he's not there for defense. He's there to knock down threes. Even when Westbrook plays good, we still suck. I agree. Lakers always get my hopes up. All these games always end in disappointment. I agree. It's just rough. It is. It's rough. It's tough. But all we can do is just continue to try to just be persistent. Let's go get this win against Utah and try to get things done. Joe coming in hot with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Big fan. You and Trevor Lane, the only things that bring me joy in these L's. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Trevor Lane, Lakers Nation is fantastic. I always have great things to say about them. And thank you for popping in here and hanging out with us over here on this channel. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Joe. Seriously, I'm glad I could bring some joy in these tough times, right? It's tough. It's rough. Lakers are just it's not fun. It's not fun having these L's, but I have faith. We could turn it around. We can, I'm not necessarily saying like right now, but there are moves that are on the horizon that we can do, that we can make. It's just we gotta find those moves. We gotta find those moves. But again, thank you so much, Joe. I really do appreciate that. We're here we go. The man JTA is just something. Oh my God. Yeah. Again, you have so many guys that are playing positions and having to play roles that they weren't meant to play, right? Like JTA is supposed to be like your 8th or 9th guy. Comes in, plays some defense. If he knocks down some shots, great, but it's not a big deal, right? The problem is we don't have that 3rd, 4th, 5th guy that is really able to come. Sucks having a G League level bench. I agree, Blucka. I'm with you. It does. It's rough. It is rough. Admit the truth. Your Lakers are trash. You signed LeBron and destroyed forever. You're an idiot, Mark. I mean, maybe Rob can't do nothing now, but he could on the offseason. I mean, he could have done the Pacers trade, but the Pacers trade wouldn't save us right now. Maybe we have 1 or 2 more wins. Like, we're still not going to be very good. Like, that's the difference. Bro, it might be time for a rebuild. This team is depressing. I like I said, they're gonna have to do something, but we can't really do a full roster haul until December. So we got to kind of just write it out, unless we can just a good deal is on the table or something. If one pops up, maybe. But the problem is right now, any team is going to absolutely fleece us. And, and we're not going to get a deal that's going to turn us around. We got to just wait because in December, we could trade Patrick Beverley, Kendrick Nunn. Let's say we go do the Spurs deal, right? We go get those 2 guys, one first, go get Jakob Poeltl and Josh Richardson. Cool. Awesome. Now we got 2 guys that can come in, starting level players, right? So now guys that are having to start can go back into a bench role. And then if we want to keep Russ and kind of if things are working, great. If we want to trade Russ, then we could trade Russ and then, use that other first and maybe go get another 2 or 3 guys. Maybe go do the Hornets deal now and go get, because we already got our center and we got our shooting guard. Maybe we could go get, Rozier and Hayward, or Rozier, Hayward, and Kelly Oubre or something. But the problem is we can't really do anything until December. LeBron crocodile move. It doesn't help the Lakers. Yeah, he's not. He like I said, he had a much better game today, but we're still just can't put it all together. Frank Vogel somewhere laughing his ass off. Darvin Ham has done a great job with this team. I mean, he completely fixed the Russell Westbrook situation. Dude's played. He has these guys playing great defense. They're top 5 in the league defensively. Like, he's doing what he can. He can't control Anthony Davis only scoring 3 points in this game in the second half and 2 points in the last game. Like, he can't control that. Like, he can't control guys shooting 20%. When we run plays, we score. Like, every time he has them run a play out of a timeout or something like that, we score it. So his play calling, everything is great. It's just throughout the flow of the game, he can't control everything. Can't control every aspect. He can't make LeBron start shooting, 40% from 3. Like, he can't control any of that. I would trade Russ still for Kyrie and no picks. Problem is like, I don't think Kyrie alone right now saves this team. I think he helps a lot, but I don't think that he solo would completely change the tides of this team. I think we it sucks, but we're kind of in a position where we gotta be patient. It's rough. I almost feel like just watching Jay-Z for every Lakers game. Seriously, this might actually be worse. This might actually be worse for real. If we struggle in the beginning of November, imagine December. Yeah, it's not getting easier for us. This entire season is not really getting easier for us. This entire season, like, it's pretty balanced throughout. Like we got like a pretty balanced schedule throughout. It's just rough. We need Kai and Katie and Miles Turner and Buddy Hill to head Russ, Patrick, and JT. We need a lot of things right now. We really do. We're in a tough spot right now. A coach's job is to put you in position to win. It's the player's job to capitalize. Exactly. Darvin Ham's been fine. Shooting and rebounding cost us the game. If Rob can't see, we need a trade. He's got eyes checked out. Problem is, he can't. There's no trades that we can do right now. Like Buddy Hield and Miles Turner aren't going to save us. That's the only deal we can do right now. And our entire, all of our assets are gone, and we're stuck. Like that's our team for the next like 4 years. And like I don't think like Buddy Hield and Miles Turner alone aren't going to save the day. Miles Turner still is injury prone. Like in December, we can make multiple trades. So it's just like we gotta wait till the middle of December, as tough as it is. 2-30 December. I hope not. Russ was amazing first quarter, then was trashed the rest of the game. Not gonna lie, Russ had like 2 points, 0 of 5 field goals, 7 turnovers from the end of the first to the middle of the fourth. Russell Westbrook had in the first quarter, he had 6 points in the second half. He did have 7 turnovers, which was rough. And he had in the first quarter, he had 11 points. So he put up 11 in the first and then put up another, 8 in the second, for the rest of the game. So he had a great first quarter, great second quarter. But yeah, he only put up 6 points in the second half. Anthony Davis put up 3 points in the second half. Like that can't happen. Who does number 2 work for? Who is number 2 work for? Right. We don't have a deep bench or tools. Agreed. We're a couple bucks short of a combo meal. Yeah, we are. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, we need a scorer. Like, we need somebody that can come in and consistently score. But we're not going to be able to get that for probably another month. Like, we need that consistent third guy night in and night out. Like, right. Like Russ has been that these last few games, but we need a guy that can just go get buckets. You know, we need somebody like that. But it's rough. He was great with the assist though, and his 3-point is surprising. He's actually hitting. He's actually knocking down threes, which is really surprising. Got to have less turnovers. I agree. He's got to protect the ball better. 7 turnovers aren't going to do it. Defense has been horrible those last 3 games. It's not a good indicator. Darvin, you mean, has to solve this. Yeah. I mean, like I said, he can't, like, he can only do so much. Like, who was it? Said it perfectly. Ready Player One says, a coach's job is to put you in a position to win. It's the player's job to capitalize. If the players aren't capitalizing, he can't do anything about it. He can only control what he can control. I already got that. Imagine this team on a random January game. Our only upside is energy right now. Yeah, seriously, it's rough. We're just like the thing is though is like we are so good in the first halves of games. Like if the games were over at halftime, we'd be like 7-2 right now. But unfortunately it's not. Like we got our third quarters are just dismal for us. Like they're just we're terrible in the third quarter. Terrible. Glad I missed the game. Yeah, you didn't miss anything, believe me. If we can't have the Mamba mentality that Kobe had, we're done. Just bring all of the jerseys, put them up on Lakers wall. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Yeah, that's true. Back-to-back games. AD had 2 points in the second half, and Jazz in the third and the second half. He's just slow and lazy. I don't know what I don't know if it's that. I don't know. I mean, he looks great. He looks dominant in the first half, and then he comes into these second halves, these last 2 games, and he's non-existent. I mean, defensively, he's still doing well in the second half, but he's just not it. He's not helping us lead the charge, and he just becomes non-existent. Who do the Lakers play next? We play the Jazz tomorrow. We play the Utah Jazz tomorrow. LeBron called Adam Silver's, tell the Cavs, take it easy on us. Okay, fine. Open second half. Yeah. We are. Facts. No coach on earth can fix this mess. Exactly. It's not the coach's fault. Like I said, Darvin Ham has gotten Russ to buy in. Not only has he got Russ to buy in, he's got these guys playing as a top 5 defense in the league. He's putting guys in position, but it's the lack of talent and just guys executing. Darvin Ham can only do so much. Can you imagine making a 15-leg parlay and thinking the Bills are your lock? Yeah, I can understand that. I'm actually a Cardinals +8 and then a Ravens +7 from hitting like a big like teaser. So fingers crossed. Are the Lakers standing in a walk-in freezer at halftime? Never know. Cold. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. I have no idea. I mean, your guess is as good as mine at this point. Like, it's crazy to me. It is crazy to me. Jazz L, Nets going to kill us. I don't know. Nets aren't looking too hot right now. I mean, I know that they looked good. Like I know they won their last 2 games, but they still don't look hot. I don't know. I think Nets are beatable. Jazz, hopefully it's a Nugget situation where, we lost to the Nuggets in the first game, won the second game, lost to the Jazz the first game. Hopefully we win that. Hopefully we can go on another, 1 or 2 game win streak, 2 or 3 game win streak. AD is definitely battling injury right now. After every play, he looks slow and limps for a couple seconds, like he's shaking off a little bit and plague him. Yeah, well, I mean, he said he's starting to feel better. He's starting to get better. So I don't know, but the thing is, if he has like a negative, you'd imagine that as the game goes on, he'd start feeling better. Like I could understand if he like started off the game slow, and then when the adrenaline kicks in and stuff, now he's like able to kind of pick it back up. But I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. Darvin Ham didn't lose this. Guy's not hitting shots is what losing it. Typically in some sports where timeouts aren't mostly for subs, timeouts are for coaching adjustments. I hate to say it, but there is a possibility. Ham is being out coached, but he is a rookie. So I think that would explain us being bad in the second half. I mean, it's possible. He's just the halftime adjustments. He's not making the halftime adjustments. But, again, like he can only control so much. He can't control guys, not making shots. He can't control Anthony Davis only scoring 3 points in the second half of this game and 2 points in the second half of the Jazz game. Like he can only control what he can control, even through adjustments. Lakers have to have the weakest halftime talk ever because we come out looking like shit. Actually, I don't know if it's I don't know what it is. There's obviously a lack of something going into the half because every third quarter we get absolutely just destroyed. Like I said, if this was like one of those things where we're going into first halves, like we're making the adjustments, coming out, bad plays, whatever. Like it's just immediately the game's over by the third quarter. And it's just like, man, like what do we have to do? It's rough. Tyler, the content creator. Yes, Tyler, the content creator. That should be mine. I should make another channel and just call it that. Tyler, the content creator. This wasn't guys not hitting shots. Love mass off. Ham's lineups are atrocious. The Cavs collapsed in the paint and had no shooters out there. We were 22% before Matt Ryan hit back-to-back threes. We were 8 of 27. It was over at halftime. We scored at one point. We got outscored like 15-3 in the third quarter. Like that's not Ham's fault. Let's see. Hopefully we can try to win games when it's December. Then we can trade people, win more games. I'm just tired of looking at my team lose. This is sad. Kobe is sad, and people doesn't know it. We gotta start putting some W's in the win column because otherwise we're in trouble because we can't make really any impact deals till December. We can't because trading Russ for a couple role guys that maybe get us 15 a game or something like that. Like that's what Russ is doing right now. It's not going to make that much of a change. It's not going to make that much of an impact. And giving up all of our assets and everything like that. It's rough. It's rough. These losses have nothing to do with Kobe and have no effect on Kobe. So Brandon, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm with you. We forget that AD is supposed to be a top 5 guy in the league. He is far from that. Look, he's clearly not, but he plays that top 5 level and then he just stops. It's the lack of consistency is the problem. Like he plays the first half. He's always fantastic. And then he just falls off, right? Like he can't put a full game together. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Because again, like if it is like a nagging injury or something like that, you would think he'd be better as the game went on, as the game continued. Because you'd be looking at it as like, okay, like the adrenaline's starting to kick in, the juices are starting to flow, stuff like that. Like, at some point it's like, man, these eyes cry every night for you, and it's hurting on me. I feel it. Believe me, I'm in the same position. I'm just like, who was the shooters in the lineup? Brown, LeBron, 89. I forget the other guy. We have no shooters. That's the problem. We have no shooters. We have Matt Ryan. That's it. What are we supposed to? We're supposed to play Matt Ryan 48 minutes a game and have him shoot 53s a game? Like what is your answer? We have no shooters. Like we have nobody that can consistently shoot. Like I don't know what to tell you. We're losing, and Kobe is the only reason. I don't know. Okay. Sad to say, AD won't be the player he was in the last year of the Pelicans and the first year of the Lakers. He's great. Don't get me wrong. And shows flashes of his old self, but he won't be that dominant again. I don't think so either. I mean, he's had enough time to show that he can consistently be that dominant factor, and he just isn't. He just isn't. It's rough. It's rough. Go to character item menu and increase their stats. I know I need to at this point. We need to do something. It's rough. It's tough times. Matt Ryan, Lonnie Walker should have played early in the third quarter. Lonnie Walker's not solving our 3-point shooting. He's only shooting like 29% this season, something crazy like that. Like he's not shooting. It's not like he's our light out shooter. So again, we have no shooters outside of Matt Ryan, and you can only play Matt Ryan so much, and they're chasing him off the ball because they know that that's their only shooter. We're not able to get him open looks because teams are just focusing in on him, and he's not a 20-year vet, so he's not going to solve our problem. We could have him shoot 40 shots a game, and it's not going to solve our problem. So I don't know what you think the answer is. Like I said, we don't really have any answers. He's shooting 31.8% from three this season. He's not solving our problem. Also, none is horrible. We have to get rid of him. He looks awful. Lost on every play, break, turnovers too. Yeah, we do. We got to. But again, the problem is we don't. There's no moves out there right now until December. There's nothing that we can really do right now because Kendrick Nunn, he makes $6 million. We're only going to be able to get like maybe a bench guy, and we need like starting caliber guys. We really do. Everybody else sucks. That sucks. Just the OGs made his team better in 2020. Rain was not fake. We had shooters. Yeah, no one's arguing that. Bunch of excuses, not excuses. It's a fact. It's a reality. What are Lonnie Walker's shooting stats the last two games? The last two games, he's shooting 31% from three. Yet we had none out there shooting 0% over Lonnie, who played incredible. Did you look up Lonnie's stats? Like, incredible. He was 0-3 from three today. He was 3 of 7 overall from the field. He had 6 points, 5 personal fouls, 1 assist, 1 rebound. Explain to me how that is incredible. Explain to me how that is incredible, please. It's just, again, we don't have problem solvers on this team right now. We can't put the entire package together. And until we can put the entire package together, we're kind of stuck. We're kind of in this just rough place. It's rough. Pain. I know, Snorlax. I feel it, man. I feel it. One game, he's shooting 31% from three the entire season. Averages are based on every game. I understand you don't understand how the game of basketball works, but God. But anyway, again, it's just there's no answers to solving this. There's nothing we can do. Darvin Ham can only do so much. It's rough, but hopefully we can get a win tomorrow against Utah. That'll make us 3-7. Then we play the Clippers. It's it's one of those things. Like, hopefully, maybe we could beat the Clippers. It's rough right now. Yeah, Lonnie isn't good at threes. He's not a number 3 option like we use him. He's meant to be a spark off the bench, team 6th, 7th option. Yeah, I agree. Like, he's a guy that like could come in and be a factor if he's like our 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th guy, right? Like, that's what he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be that guy that comes in, if he gives you 15 that night, great. It's just that other, it's just that other addition, right? Rather than like right now, we need him to be that 30-point a game guy. And it's just, or 15-point a game guy, sorry. And he's just not. He's not, it's not what he's supposed to be, though. I know they won't trade AD, but if they did, I'd trade him to the Suns for Bridges, Ayton, and a first. I would have traded AD this past offseason if it were up to me. He's not on the throne. Yeah, it's just the problem is right now he has no major value. Like, if you were to try to trade him right now, you're not going to get anything from him, really. Free Russ, this team is cheeks. Yeah, this is not good right now. Some of these Laker players waste their wish to grow taller. Sure. LeBron, a sellout. We not getting Kyrie no mo. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I mean, but look, LeBron's protect. Look, I'm not saying for sure that we will, but LeBron has said worse things about Kyrie before. LeBron's just protected his brand and image, and he did speak more generally, although he originally addressed Kyrie. So it is one of those things, but it's it's one of those things. That's one game. Didn't you just say a minute ago in the comments, like, oh, it's only one game? Well, that's only one game, right? Like, again, the guy, he's averaging what he's averaging. Averages are based on all of the games in the season. I know it's a hard concept for you to grasp. I know it's difficult. An idea and facts are tough for you to comprehend. But he's averaging 16 points a game for the entire season. He's shooting 44% overall from the field and 31.8% from 3. He's a 32. I'll even help you out and round it up. 32% 3-point shooter. He had 5 games. He had 5 points, 26 points, 15, 15, 6 points, 18, 28, 19, and 6. So he's had as many as many bad games as he's had good games. Like, again, he's not the answer. He's not the truth. He's not a guy that we're just, he's our new superstar. You need to give him the ball. What else? Trying to find, here we go. Does LeBron notice he sucks at shooting from 3? Everyone else sees except him. He's got to stop shooting from 3. I mean, he was 0 of 15 before he finally made that 3. Like, we cannot, he's got to stop jacking up 3. I understand he's trying to shoot out of his slump, but it's not helping us. It's killing us. LeBron has extremely underperformed. He may still be sick, but it's just not a great excuse. I'll give him a little more time because it's Bron. But man, he's not as good as he can be. He's not as good as he can be. He had a better game today, but he's not the guy that we can. All he had to say was Kyrie isn't a hateful person. And I haven't watched the film, but he decided to rant for about 13 minutes. Yeah, no, I get that. It's my question. I think this Lakers roster is not that good. This roster is kind of LA's. Lakers roster kind of trash right now. They're not that good right now. The Lakers roster, yeah, they're not very good. Yeah, LeBron James definitely sold. Yeah. I mean, LeBron's more of a business than he is a player. Like, not saying that it's right, but he's not going to ruin his reputation, his family, his money, all of that stuff to stick up for Kyrie, guy that's not even on his team. Yes, the Lakers' record is 2-6 this season. Yes, it is. And as usual, Lakers make a fake comeback. The young guys this time, yeah, right. Lonnie was off tonight. I think it's because the lineup changed. Russ should have started tonight. I'm starting to question Ham. I mean, I don't think he should start Russ again, unless like LeBron's out, I don't think you start Russ. Because I mean, Russ has just been so good off the bench. And like, for example, like this game, if you took Russ off the bench, we would have had what? If you, let's say you took Russ off the bench instead of Lonnie or instead of Kendrick Nunn, right? That means we would have had 6 bench points. Or no, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing. We would have had 2, 6, 10, 8, 16, 19 bench points. We would have had 19 bench points, and a lot, and like 12 of that came in garbage time. So up until garbage time, we would have had 6 bench points. So I wasn't that far off. The new starting lineup for the next game is LeBron James start their point guard and Matt Ryan start at shooting guard. Every day starts small forward Anthony Davis. You can't start Anthony Davis at small forward. What do you think? If AD attacks the rim like Giannis, he would be great, but he's so fragile. Yeah, agreed. LeBron James needs to stop hitting 3-pointers now and play a small role on the Lakers now. LeBron James, he needs to stop. I mean, can't play a small role, but he can stop shooting threes. That's something he can do. Anthony disappearing strikes again at facts. It's rough. Russ just has to run the offense. Why are you skipping facts? But it's not okay. He had 3 good games. Okay, you're goofy. Like again, what is his entire season? I understand your brain is too small. You lack comprehension skills, whatever. But no matter what you say, you're wrong. I don't care about 3 games. You even said earlier in an argument when you were like, "Oh, it's only 1 game." Like, okay, well, what has he done the entire season? I read you his stats. I'm not addressing you anymore if you're going to talk about it. I don't care if you believe that, stats are wrong and he's better than he's playing. Okay, good for you. Russ just has to run the offense. I agree. Anthony, I already got that one. Russ is on the floor. Braun should be in the corner / to the rim. I would like to see them run more of that like LeBron Russ pick and roll. You think they should pick up Melo again? No, because Melo's not going to save anything. And who are you going to waive? The only guys you can waive are Matt Ryan, Winning Gabriel, or Austin Reeves. Like, which one of those guys are you waiving over Melo? Winning Gabriel was great for us tonight. He's been solid in the times he's played. Lee Hebron is not getting it done. He's not. Oliver comments of wisdom. Yeah. Time to bring the Keen off the bench. He's tired in the fourth quarter. I don't know about bringing him off the bench, but definitely he needs to stop shooting threes is what he needs to do. AD doesn't shoot because LeBron doesn't give him the ball. That's why I think Russ should run it. Russ and AD be looking like Kobe Shaq. They need to run. They need to have them operate and run that pick and roll a lot more. They really do. LeBron needs to stop shooting past the ball. I agree. The Lakers from back DJ Augustine back to the Lakers, and Lakers go bring back Dwight Howard. Problem is, again, who are you waving? Who are you getting rid of? There's only so many guys that you can unload, so many guys you can get rid of. Again, you only have Winning Gabriel, Austin Reeves, and Matt Ryan, and all 3 of them have been some of our better players. With Melo on the court, we're getting blown out by 30. Yeah, I agree. He is not saving the day. Matt Ryan is one of our saving grace. Dude was driving for Uber last year. Yeah, he's solid. They need to keep him around. They really do. He's been great for the Lakers. But I caught up to the end of the chat, so I'm going to get on out of here, everyone. Go get some other videos up, some other things that I want to talk about. Stay tuned for that. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button. Help me climb this channel. We're at 5550. Can we? I'm sure there's another 5 of you out there that aren't subscribing now. Let me see them all 5s. That would be amazing. I really appreciate that. You guys are all very awesome. Again, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that stuff. I'll see you all.